All right, we're going to be working on Chapter 2, Lesson 3, which is page 47. Krista has a garden that is 5 yards by 2.5 yards and wants to cover it with compost. The compost is sold in bags that cover 5, 15, or 30 square yards. Which size bag should she buy? First, we need to figure out the area of this. So I'm going to just remember the area for formula is length multiplied by width. So this would be 5 times 2.5. I know 5 times 2 I can do. The half gets a little tricky, but we're going to learn that eventually. So 5 times 2 is 10. Now this is telling me to repeat my half 5.5 times, or 5 plus half. Sorry, not 5.5 times, but 5 plus half. Half 5 times. So that'd be half plus half plus half plus half plus half, which equals 5 halves. We know that 5 halves is some kind of whole. So there's 2 halves, that makes 1 whole. 3 halves, 4 halves make 2 wholes, and another half makes 2.5. So I can take that 2.5 and add it to the 10 to get 12 and 2.5 yards. So now let's think about it. The bags come in bags of 5, 15, or 30. What kind of bag should she buy? Well, if she buys one with 5 square yards, she's not going to have enough. If she buys it for 15 square yards, she'll definitely have enough. And 30, she'll have enough. However, 30, she'd have way too much. So let's go with B. She would buy it with B. Find the value of the 8 in each number. So 38, the 8 is in the ones place, so it's worth 8. 382, it's in the tens place, so it's worth 80. 832 is in the 800s place, so it's worth 800. Not in 800s place, oh my goodness, Mrs. Wolf. It's in the 100s place, so it's worth 100 times 8, which is 800. Then I have 8,432, so it's worth 8,000 because the 8 is in the thousands place. Here the 8 is in the 10,000s place, so it's worth 80,000. Now, place value is important because all of these numbers are 8, but they're in different places, right? And then the higher the value, the more it's worth. Very important there. Okay. So here we can use that inside cover to help us in our book. So our inside cover kind of tells us about, it only tells us the customary system. So we're going to need to get our SRB and go to 328, and this hint right here tells you 328. And we're dealing with units of measurement, so distance, how far something is, but using goodness gracious, using measurement. So here I have my units of measurement here, and that's going to help me determine my answers here. So 5 meters is how many millimeters? Well, 1 meter is 1,000 millimeters, but I have 5 meters. So 5 times 1,000 is 5,000. Now I have, this is units of weight, kilograms and grams. Kilograms are bigger than grams. 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. If I have 1,000 grams, that's 1 kilogram, but here I have 8,000. So I would divide 8,000 by 1 and get 8. So 8 kilograms is the same as 8,000 grams. Now I have 10 liters is how many milliliters? Now here we go. This is not units of length, that's units of capacity, so volume, how much something can hold. A liter is bigger than a milliliter. 1 liter is 1,000 milliliters, but I have 10. So I would take 10 and multiply by 1,000, so ignore the zeros. 1 times 1 is 1. Now add 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros to get 10,000. So 10 liters is 10,000 milliliters. now I have something called a decimeter. And we're going to look at what a decimeter is in our book. A decimeter is a unit of measure, and 1 decimeter is the same as, 1 meter is the same as 10 decimeters. So 1 meter equals 10, oops, I'm telling you the wrong thing, I'm sorry. Let me back up. I have 8 decimeters, I want to know how many centimeters that is. Well, 1 decimeter equals 10 centimeters, sorry. So, if I have 8 decimeters, that would be 8 times 10, which is 80 centimeters. Now I have metric tons. That's different than the tons we have, but it's still a unit of weight. 1 metric ton is 1,000 kilograms. So here you're just going to multiply 1,000 by 5 to get 5,000. So 5 metric tons is the same as 5 kilograms. We have some more volume, so we just count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I 1, 2, 3, 4. I 1, 2, 3, 4 again. Now you can choose to decide what order you want to do this. I'm going to do 8 times 4, which is 32. So I multiply these together. Now I gotta multiply by 4 again. 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 28. It's 128 cubic units. So explain what happens to the volume of the value of the 8 as it moves to the left. Now remember, when a digit moves to the left, it gets bigger by 10. So each time we move a digit to the left, it gets bigger by 10. Make sure you write that out in your own words.